I have a question. There we go. I have a question. What's love anyway? Today's gospel, Jesus says, I have a new commandment. Love one another. Today, people seem to love everything, from sports teams to fried chicken. I mean, you hear that expression all the time. Oh, I just love. I mean, when we say, I love pizza, and we say, I love my children, is it the same thing? Of course not. You know, the Greeks had 4 words for love. We only have 1 word for love. Because to some people, love is no more than a sexual desire. To some, love is devotion that idolizes and idolizes the loved one and thinks that that person is perfect, regardless of whatever they do. To others, love is a selfish sentiment that cries out for attention and flattery. If you loved me, I wouldn't feel this way. Some parents are too strict because they love their children so much that they want them to do everything exactly right. And some parents are too permissive because they love their children and cannot bear to correct them. So marriages quickly fall apart because they're founded on a greedy, grasping sentiment called love, while others last a lifetime because their love is an unselfish balance, a give and take expressed in mutual sacrifice. Too often, our culture sees love as an emotion or a feeling. It's that lump in your throat or that knot in your stomach when you're in the presence of one you love. It's a warm and passionate embrace between lovers. It's the desire to have or possess someone for your own for the rest of your life. But are any of these examples what Jesus is talking about when he says, a new commandment I give you? Jesus isn't saying that the world will know we are Christians because we're always going around hugging and kissing people. Not that you shouldn't hug and kiss people, but that's not what it means. Or, we go around and people will know we're disciples because we say to people all the time, I love you, or because we feel warm and fuzzy towards them. No, the love that Christ commands is not so much something that you feel as it is something that you do. It isn't so much an emotion as it is an action. I mean, the Lord himself gave us a gist of this in Matthew's gospel, and he says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Jesus is talking about our behavior, about how we act towards others, how we treat them. That's why Jesus could say, a new commandment I give you. You cannot command someone to have an emotion. Can you say to somebody who's depressed, snap out of it, get happy? Does it work? No, of course not, it doesn't work. Think of any emotion. Can you tell someone to have that emotion? No. That's not what Jesus is talking about. He's not commanding us an emotion because you can't command him, but he can command an action. The love Jesus is talking about here is an act of the will. It represents not so much an involuntary response to conditions as it does a deliberate choice, a calculated set of the mind. Love is not an emotion, it's a call to action. Christian love is not something you fall into. This is why it cannot be commanded. We need to begin to think of love as a concept of action and service and ministry governed by the will and the intellect. I often say that in terms of church, that people won't believe it unless they feel it. And that's not to say when I say that expression that I'm endorsing that concept. because I'm not, but it's just the reality in today's world. People, if they don't feel something, they tend not to believe it. And I think in that process, we're messing ourselves up. Because love is not an emotion, it's a call to action. Because if it were feelings, well, if love is only a feeling, then as the feeling disappears, so does the love dissipate. Amen? I mean, a parent doesn't get up in the middle of the night to rock a sick child, and they say to themselves, I feel wonderful about losing sleep tonight. Right? Well, they get up whether they feel like they want to lose sleep or not, because their child needs them. And they love that child. It's an act of the will, and it's a call to action. One of the greatest human temptations is to reduce love to human terms, to talk love instead of living it. Love is something you do. Words are cheap, right? Unless you hire a lawyer. It's easy to talk about love. It's a heck of a lot harder to live it. I saw a comic strip. There was 3 frames. In the first frame, this young man is professing his undying love to this young lady. Oh, I love you more than the stars in the heaven, than the moon in the sky. I love you. I would move mountains for you. Rivers, I would change their course. That's how much I love you. In the next frame, she says, that's nice. Can you come over Saturday and help me clean my garage? In the next frame, he says, I hate it when people try to take advantage of me. We can talk about how much we love people, but the bottom line is whether we care enough to know their needs and do our best to meet them where they're at. A man was trying to read a newspaper. You know how that goes, guys. You come home, you want to pick up a paper or a book or whatever, you just want to get your mind off stuff, right? And so he's sitting there with the paper. You've seen this scene before. And his little 4-year-old boy comes and presses against his knees, trying to get his father's attention. Daddy, Daddy, yeah, behind the paper. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, son. And the little boy won't give up. He keeps pressing against those legs and pressing against those legs. I love you, Daddy, I love you. Yeah, son, I know. Just absent-mindedly, just kind of like going along. Finally, the little boy jumps into the father's lap, smashes the paper. The father is startled. What? He says, Daddy, I love you, and I just had to do something about it. If you want to be a disciple and fulfill Jesus' commandment to love, then you have to do something about it. Let the church say,